What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JrTheOota. Today, finna be reacting to when the kidnapper interrogates his own victims. If you're new to the channel, smash that like button, sub up, follow my Twitch, top left corner. We go live every single day. Let's get started, bro.
Ever see us physically fighting in the home when you came?
What the fuck?
This man is not a lawyer. In reality, he's the only suspect in his ex-wife's disappearance, and he's confronting his own daughter on the stand. On March 11th, 2017, 5 years earlier, a Walgreens security camera recorded Trevor Summers entering the store.
He's not a lawyer? How the fuck did he get up there? Oh, fuck no! Shout out that boy Broom. Shout out that boy Broom, though.
Less than a minute inside before starting to walk back out, holding cold medicine in his hand. But just before he got out of view of the cameras, he started running through the parking lot. Moments later, a Walgreens employee called the police.
Some chick just ran out of the dude's car screaming, "Help me!" And he just grabbed her and put her back in my car. She's falling out right now.
Hell no. You telling me this man did this to this girl and then went to go try to be a lawyer?
The car is registered to Alisa Summers.
What the fuck?
2 days later, police find the vehicle with Alisa and her ex-husband Trevor inside. Trevor Summers is arrested, but he claims Alisa willingly went with him and they were running away together. Police
Hell nah, chat. Hell nah. Appreciate you for the likes, Q5. Appreciate you. Q5, do me a favor, slide to the Twitch, drop a follow for me, brother. Thank you so much, bro. Who let bro in? That's what I'm saying. Melly was good, my boy.
Also find a goodbye letter from Alisa and Trevor addressed to their children, saying they deserved better parents.
Whoa.
But there's so much more to the story, and in a video
Nando
Trevor left behind for their kids, they could find the key to finally revealing the truth behind it all.
Okay, Art Landon. Here is some information.
Yeah, this fuck
Months
nigga
earlier,
did everything.
In 2016, 14-year-old Arden Summers and her 4 younger siblings, Landon, Bryn, Grady, and Cooper, were
2016, this not even that long ago.
Parents' divorce. Their mom left the marriage and got a protective order against their dad, and the kids supported her. Arden even refused to see her father. But then, a judge dismissed the protective order because there wasn't enough evidence, and the kids visited him again. Seeing the judge and police side with her dad, Arden grew closer to him as she heard more of his story.
He acted so heartbroken. He would constantly talk about how she was supposedly cheating on him.
He often told Arden that everything was her mom's fault, even claiming that she could be a danger to her and her siblings. He acted—
Kai Cenat! Oh my god, Kai Cenat was good. Kai Cenat was good. Nah, this is what you call a prime manipulator, chat. W manipulator. Well, not a W, but L manipulator. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Toxic Bud, you missed it, bro. I reacted to it yesterday.
Like a loving father who would do anything to protect his kids.
What's good, though?
And as time went by, they started to side with him. Even when their mom filed for another protective order, he filed one against her too, saying she made up stories about him, trying to get him sent to jail when he didn't do anything. It's a bitter divorce, but one day, Arden's dad told her he wanted to make up with their mom.
He had mentioned before that he was really hoping to put the family back together and be almost like the savior of the family.
He had a plan to reconcile
Hi,
with
how
their
you
mom,
feeling?
and Arden was eager to help her dad, believing that he was doing all he could do to help.
Prime manipulator, chat. Prime manipulator. He's telling his daughters he's trying to get back with the mom. Whole time, the mom never even heard about this shit. The mom doesn't even know about this, gang. She wants nothing to do with you. Oh,
Their
no.
family. On the night
Good.
of March 10th,
I'm doing good, my boy. Appreciate you for asking.
Stay over at her mom's house with 2 of her younger siblings, Bryn and Grady. At the same time, she had a group chat with her dad and her brother Landon.
Alright.
Worried about Alisa seeing Arden's texts, her dad told her to put his name in her phone as Taylor. He asked for updates throughout the night, and he told her to leave a window open so he could come inside later. Arden waited for her mom and her siblings to fall asleep. Then, around 1 a.m. on March—
What the fuck? And she's just thinking this is her dad, bro. Well, this is her dad. But she's just thinking like nothing of it. Like, yeah, daddy said leave the window open. Whole time he about to nah. Don't tell me, bro.
11, she opened the window and climbed out of the house. She passed her dad, and he snuck inside while she went to the car where Landon was waiting. The plan was for Arden and Landon to wait for their dad in the car while he talked to their mom, and then he would drive them all back together afterwards.
Hell no.
We wanted to be able to have this happy family.
Rico is good.
I was really hoping that my family would be back together.
Kayla, you parked behind me?
Healthy and fixed.
But while Arden sat in the car with her brother, their dad texted multiple times, saying it might take longer than he thought. He claimed he was having difficulty waking their mom up. As more time passed, Arden grew increasingly worried about her youngest brother, 3-year-old Cooper, who Trevor had left alone at his house. But her dad reassured her, saying that he could see on a monitor that Cooper was fast asleep.
Hell no. Hell no, bro. This is a weirdo. Why would you even want to do something to your child's kids, bro? You fuck nigga.
Even after 4 a.m., he still promised that he should be done soon, but around 5 in the morning,
4 a.m.? Bro, they opened the door for this man at 1. They were waiting in the car for 3 fucking hours.
changed the plan. He went out to the car and told Arden, who was only 14 years old, to drive Landon, Bryn, and Grady back to his house about a 25-minute drive away. He still needed more time to talk to their mom, and 3-year-old Cooper might wake up soon. Arden listened to her dad. She made sure everyone had their seatbelts on tightly before they left. Without a driver's license, she drove the car as carefully as she could, desperate to keep her siblings safe.
14, chat. 4 fucking teen. What type of dad is this? And he's doing all of this because he's trying to cover up the mom's body, bro. Like, oh man, this is sick, chat.
It was very terrifying. I was doing
This
exactly
is
the
sick.
speed limit, and I just followed all the traffic laws to not get pulled over.
Around 6:15 a.m., the kids made it to the house. After Cooper woke up, Arden made breakfast for all her siblings. Exhausted after staying up all night, she fell asleep, hoping her parents would work out their differences. When she woke up,
Toxic, but
and they
I haven't
still weren't
posted
back,
it.
She texted her dad asking what was going on. He said they should be back in about an hour. Arden continued to text him, asking for updates when he wasn't back that afternoon. He kept reassuring her that everything was going well, and just...
Bro, the whole afternoon? Bro, this is ridiculous. Chat. He went to the house at 1 in the morning. This bald-headed nigga went to his house at 1 in the morning. Left the house at 5. Told the daughter to drive home at 5 in the morning at 14 years old. Then in the PM, he's still not home. Bro's doing something with the mom's body, no bullshit.
and continued to text him, asking for updates when he
Hell
wasn't
no.
back that afternoon. He kept reassuring her
Toxic,
that
but I
everything
gotta
was going
post a
well,
VOD, bro.
And just after 8:30 that night, he texted her to let her know that he was headed back with Alisa. "Love you. Mom's coming home," he said. After taking care of her sister and brothers all day and running on very little sleep, Arden breathed a sigh of relief. After all their efforts, it seemed like their family was finally going to be all together again. But that was the last she heard from her dad, and when there was a knock on the door, it wasn't her parents.
Bounty was
it was
good.
the police, asking if the kids knew anything about where their parents might be.
They were talking about how they're doing this investigation and trying to find my parents, and all I'm thinking is, oh my god, what happened?
The kids told the police what they knew, but they thought their parents were on their way back to them.
Doing all of this, chat. Doing all of this because she didn't want to be with you, gang. You crashed out over some cooch. You lost it all over a girl when there's about 20 billion else in the world. Buddy done lost his marbles, chat.
They had no idea that they would both go missing. A day later, their dad is
CJ was
arrested for
good.
allegedly kidnapping their mom and trying to kill her. But in another shocking turn of events, he
He's chips.
files for full custody while he's in jail. The custody
He's
battle
chips.
delays the trial. Trevor also keeps firing attorneys, and he even targets the judge, claiming he's biased against him and won't allow a fair trial. The judge agrees to step aside, and after 5 long years of delays, the trial finally starts in August of 2022. Facing 11 charges, including kidnapping, attempted murder, sexual battery.
Nah, she stayed alive, chat. I think she's still alive to this day. I think she might be still alive to this day, chat.
And child neglect. Trevor Summers pleads not guilty. After firing another attorney, he makes the surprising decision to represent himself. Now, he questions his own kids about what they saw the night their mom disappeared.
Hello, Miss Brady.
Hello.
He speaks calmly to the now 13-year-old Bryn, trying to come across as a loving father who was just trying to help his kids and bring their family back together.
Do you remember, Miss Brady, if I was yelling anything back at Mom?
No.
On the night of their mom's disappearance, Bryn was at her...
Obviously, you bitch-ass nigga. Obviously, you bitch-ass nigga. You're not finna make it seem like... You're not finna crash out in front of the kids, duh. Because you want to make it seem like something it ain't. Right or right, chat? Right or right?
Mom's house with Arden and Grady when their dad snuck in. He had them leave after he got there, so they didn't see much, but he uses that to cast doubt on Alisa's story, acting like they just had a simple conversation and he didn't hurt her. He even suggests that the kids' drive home without any adults in the car might have been a fun trip for them.
You remember, were you all scared or were you laughing, or how was your ride home?
It was very scary for Arden. She was crying the whole time.
That's all the questions I have for you. It's good to see.
Trevor maintains his composure in the courtroom, smiling at his kids even though he's trying to manipulate their stories.
Nigga trying to act all
now 20
innocent.
years old, has to face her dad
This
trying to
nigga's a
control
hoe.
her once again.
As soon as I walked into
Bro,
the
toxic, but you always saying a nigga look innocent. Look at his fat ass nose and look at his fat ass head. You telling me he still look innocent to you?
courtroom, he looked me right in the eye, and it was terrifying. And just to know that he used me to do what he wanted to do hurts more than anything.
Arden, did you ever see us physically fighting in the home when you came in?
Not physically, no.
The kids didn't see any violence that night, and Trevor uses that to help push the idea that Alisa might have gone along with everything willingly. Now, she will have to face him again directly to share her side of the story, trying to reveal the truth about who he really is. Unseen's mission is to bring the most powerful stories
the girl's
to life.
about to tell the
Thanks to
truth.
companies like Audible, today's video sponsor, we
Bro,
can continue
fuck
to do
you,
so.
bro.
And invest. Trevor was. Message and data rates. Alisa and Trevor first met in 1995. Trevor was kind and charming, and he treated Alisa well after they started dating.
This when he had hair, chat. When he lost his hair, he started losing his marbles.
In 2001, they got married. The marriage started off smoothly, and they welcomed their first daughter.
When I had Arden, it was everything I envisioned for my life.
Sony was
the
good.
More kids, it seemed that the more love, the more happiness. I wanted to have this picture-perfect life.
Their family continued to grow as they had 4 more kids: Landon, Bryn, Grady, and Cooper.
How you doing,
As
bro?
the years went on, Trevor's behavior changed. He grew more and more possessive of his wife, controlling her every move.
I had to wear what he would select. I couldn't have men on my Facebook page. I was to have no communication with any men other than Trevor. He took my cell phone. He took my car. I was being held in my own home as like a prisoner.
Alisa knew she and her kids had to get
I'm
out.
doing good, my
but
boy.
Trevor was always there.
Hell no. You see, I'm not gonna lie, the social media thing I could understand. I could understand, but that means if you do that, gang, you better expect for your shit to be clean, no girls, no nothing. Same thing, you feel me? But all that prisoner shit, all that other shit, I don't know what he talking about.
Several weeks, he didn't even leave the house, keeping a close eye on his wife at every moment. Finally, he left the house to go to work, and as
Niggas
soon
a
as he
weirdo.
did, Alisa called a domestic violence organization. She took the kids to a shelter for abused women and filed for divorce. But as they shared custody, she still had to see him and let the kids visit. In February of
Lil Fat was
2017,
good.
Trevor asked Alisa to come to his house, where he would have a notary so they could sign paperwork for the divorce. Alisa felt they might finally be moving on. Trevor seemed to be accepting that their marriage was over. After they got the form signed, the notary left. But before Alisa could leave too, she claims that Trevor stopped her.
And then I said, I really have to get home to the children. And he said, I almost forgot I have something else for you. And he turned back and pushed me down onto the bed and pulled a knife out from between the mattress and the box spring. And he held a machete at my chest.
After hours of threatening her, he finally let her go when she promised not to tell the police. But as soon as she left, Alisa called 911.
The police didn't believe me. I wasn't left with any marks. There was no evidence of what I was saying.
It's not like we could have simply arrested him that day based on the statements of just the two that were involved. We needed more.
The police couldn't help Alisa, and even her kids were starting to...
That's insane, my nigga. That's insane, but at the same time, chat, I do understand why they didn't arrest him. I do understand why they didn't arrest him, bro. Because it's like there wasn't nothing on her. You feel me? But I'm not going to lie. It's like it's 50-50. Because sometimes girls say that and they arrest them on the spot. You feel me? Sometimes girls say that and they arrest them on the spot. You feel me? But it's just about if they want to do something or not, really, bro. Not gonna lie, my mom went through the same shit with my dad. I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
To listen more to their dad, who told them their mom made everything up. But weeks later, he snuck into Alisa's house and attacked her. She will not only have to relive the trauma of that night in court, but she will also have to field questions from the man who attacked her.
I have a lifetime protective order against him, and he's going to be right in front of me questioning me about the crimes that he committed against me.
Alisa takes the stand to tell her side of the story about what happened 5 years earlier. It's March 10th, 2017. Alisa has a night in watching movies with 3 of her children, 14-year-old Arden, 7-year-old Bryn, and 5-year-old Grady. While dealing with the divorce and her ex-husband trying to turn her own kids against her, she was happy to spend a relaxing evening with them. Her daughter Bryn and her son Grady fall asleep next to her in her room, while Arden stays in the living room. But in the middle of the night, Alisa wakes up to cold water being poured on her head. Fear sinks in as she sees the figure of a man towering over her. She frantically tries to think of any way she could get her kids and herself out safely, but he's blocking any chance of escape.
I just start in full panic throwing things from my end table at him, and he grabbed my ankles and pulled me off the end of the bed. And he says, "Calm down, it's just me."
Alisa realizes the man is her ex-husband.
Weirdo. Complete fucking weirdo. Hop on 2K. Mr. 2K is dirt, gang. I don't play that shit no more. I'm not gonna lie. But Buddy poured cold water on her head. Who even does some shit like this, bro?
After 14-year-old Arden drives herself and the other kids back to his house, Alisa is now alone with him, and things escalate further. As she tells her story in court, she does all she can to calm her nerves, trying to hold her emotions in.
He attacked me in that family room, and I fought to try to get out the front door. I tried kicking him.
That's just love, though. Fuck out of here.
Poking him in the eyes. Just every time I would get some distance from him, he
fuck
would
out of here.
Grab a hold of me and throw me over the couch.
She tries to reach for the phone, but Trevor grabs it from her before she can call 911. He threatens her with a razor blade, and he uses scarves, Christmas lights, and a nylon rope to tie her to the bed. Over the next several hours, he forces her to take cold medicine to keep her sedated, in a twisted effort to get her to stop resisting him. Alisa struggles against her restraints as much as she can, but it's no use. Trevor claims this is his way of telling her goodbye before he flees the country on a boat in the morning. Alisa doesn't know if he's telling the truth, but all she can do is count the minutes until the morning comes. However, around 10 a.m., he tells her he missed the boats, and they won't run again until nighttime, so he will be there all day. Alisa's heart sinks, as it becomes clear he doesn't have any plans to let her go. Throughout the following day, he rapes her multiple times. He goes to turn on the TV to muffle the noise, and around 5:40 p.m., he walks back into her room.
This is disgusting, bro. This is fucking disgusting. You doing all of this shit because she don't want to be with you, gang. You can't get no coochie. You can't get no nothing. So you gotta resort to this? Fuck, nigga. Nigga should tie you up and fuck you, bro. So you can see how it fucking feels, bitch.
He put a pillow over my face and he pushed down with all of his upper body.
Beat out was good.
I thought about my kids and I lost
Hell
consciousness.
no.
Elisa's hope of survival is fading, but suddenly, in a moment of hesitation, Trevor stops pressing the pillow down. As soon as Alisa comes to, she knows it could be her only chance to stop him from killing her.
And he looked at me. I said, please, I'll do anything. Please don't kill me. He says, you agree to go with me? I said, yes, I'll go with you.
This moment is one of the times that Trevor could try to use against Alisa in court. He says everything they did was consensual, and that she willingly left with him instead of being kidnapped.
Yo, Jetto,
gets
you gotta
ahead of
read your
him, asking
comments on
Alisa
TikTok,
about it
pussy.
themselves.
So you had agreed to go with him. Why did you agree to go with him?
To stay alive?
On August 24th, 2022, the second day of the trial, Trevor himself cross-examines his ex-wife in front of a jury made up completely of men. Alisa knows that Trevor is using this trial in an effort to show his power over her. After delaying the trial and making her suffer for 5 years since the attack, he hopes to see her break down. If she does, it gives him the satisfaction of seeing the effect he had on her, and the jury might take the side of the calm, seemingly loving father.
Pussy ass nigga had 5 kids just to do this. Nigga ruined his family, had 5 kids just to do this dickhead shit, chat.
He questions her about that night and the intentions he had when he snuck into her house.
In your statement, you said that the look on my face was of death or of murder.
Evil and hatred.
I'm sorry, no, I believe your statement was you knew I was going to kill you when you saw my face, correct?
Yes.
Sunlight Garden, thank you for the heart me.
What was in my heart?
All I saw was an expression of evil and hatred, and at that time, my thought is, he's here to kill me. I'm gonna
Sunlight Garden, this video is about her husband, this man right here. He tried to kill her, and now he's basically his own lawyer. He's a silly nigga. Silly rabbit. That's what we call him. We call him a silly rabbit.
After Alisa told Trevor she would go with him, he took her to the car. Then, they drove to
Angel
a
was
Walgreens,
good.
where he stopped to get more cold medicine. After they were out of her house, she knew someone might see her. When Trevor went into the store, Alisa jumped into action. With her hands tied behind her back, she turned and leaned against the door, able to press the unlock button and get it open. She got out of the car and ran through the parking lot, screaming for help. Before she could get to anyone, Trevor came running out of the store. He grabbed her and dragged her back to the car. Once again, Alisa was trapped.
No.
But what she didn't know is that an employee did see her and caught the license plate number of the car, reporting it to police so they knew to search for her.
That's who was
Trevor
running.
was enraged that she disobeyed his orders, and he cut her wrist with the razor blade as punishment.
He's screaming at me. You agreed to go with me. Why are you doing this? He said that's for getting out of the car at the Walgreens.
He didn't seem to understand why she would try to escape, and he was on edge, more worried that people might be looking for them. He drove for hours, parking in the middle of a rural area without any people around. He sexually assaulted Alisa again, and they hid out, staying there until the morning of March 13th, 2 days after he attacked her.
This nigga's a pure bitch, bro. Doing all this to your baby mother because she don't want you no more, gang. She don't fucks with you. Like, just take it, bro. She don't fucks with you.
But even as time passed with no one finding her, the mother of 5 kept thinking of her loved ones.
As the hours ticked by, I just held on to that hope. I felt like everybody was looking for me and praying for me, and that just every hour got me through.
Then,
Yo,
Trevor
Jetto,
seemed to
where
have
you
a change
at?
of heart. He told Alisa he thought it would be for the best if she stayed behind for the children. She didn't know if he was telling the truth, but there was a chance he was actually leaving the country and letting her go, and she could go back to the kids. Trevor wrote a confession letter and a letter to the children. He wrote the letter as if it was coming from both him and their mom, continuing to blame her.
Perk was good.
It talked about them sacrificing themselves, giving the kids a better life without them, and even ended with a quote, "We will be watching you from heaven." Then, Trevor drove...
Cuzzo, you'll be watching from hell. You'll be watching from hell. You're not going to heaven. You're definitely not going to heaven.
...to a resort and pulled up to a dumpster. He had Alisa laying down in the third row of the car so no one would see her as he was driving, but he made her move to the seat in front of her, and he climbed to the back of the car, tying her to the seat. All of a sudden, Alisa felt a rope wrap around her neck from behind. Trevor was starting to strangle her. Panicking, Alisa tried to get her hands free so she could pull it away, desperate for air. But out of nowhere, he stopped, quickly jumping back into the driver's seat. He thought someone saw them, so he drove off again. Running out of time, he pulled into a stranger's carport around 30 miles from Alisa's house.
He began slitting his throat and saying, "This is what love is. I'm laying my life down for you. You don't deserve this."
But someone called the cops after seeing the car they were searching for, and around 10:30 a.m., police surrounded the vehicle.
Nigga was slitting his throat? Chat, what? This is what love is. Bro, kidnapping a girl, raping her, trying to slit your throat in GTA, that's not love, bro. Bro is smoking dick.
Vehicle, guns drawn. They helped Alisa out and stopped Trevor, bringing an end to the search 55 hours
Bro
after he attacked her in her home.
I wasn't expected to be found alive, but I was.
Alisa survived, but Trevor still tries to wield his control over her during the trial. He questions his ex-wife for over 4 hours, attempting to wear her down and twist her story.
In your testimony, you said that you were brought down this hallway,
Yes.
and you said that was by your ankles.
Yes.
And at the same time, you were kicking
Yeah.
while you're being held by your...
Daryl was good.
You notice any claw marks on the walls or any lines on the carpet? Anything that would indicate that kind of a struggle?
Kai was good.
There was not broken glass or dents in walls. There was not scratches on countertops or blood splatter.
While Trevor tries to cast doubt on every part of Alisa's testimony.
Not even that, bro. I mean, you could definitely win, Daryl. I'm watching this girl right here. Basically, she got kidnapped by her husband, and he's basically his own lawyer. But like I was saying, bro, you could definitely represent yourself, but it's just like when you did this to her and then you're trying to ask her questions and shit like that, like, I don't know, bro. I just don't think it's gonna end out good for him.
She refuses to back down. As the questioning continues, she gains confidence, not allowing him to control her story anymore.
Did I threaten you or force you to have sex with me?
Yes, you forced me to have sex with you.
Did I hold you down?
You did hold me down. You did tie me up. You did attack me, and you did break into my home when I was sleeping. You raped me.
So you're calling it rape?
It is. That is the definition of rape. To come into someone's home and attack them and tie them up and...
Nah, she's tight. Anybody would be tight too. We talking about grape. We talking about the fruit, chat.
And have sex with them. That is the definition of rape.
With Alisa's powerful responses to Trevor's questions, he continues focusing on the lack of evidence of any struggle. He says there was no kidnapping at all. Everything was consensual, and they spent a lot of time just talking together.
Grape soda.
But then, the prosecution brings a crucial piece of evidence. A video Trevor himself recorded on Alisa's phone while he was in her house.
I am here with Alisa at her house, where I'm not supposed to be. And I woke Alisa up, and I have been holding her against her will. I did tie her up to keep her from contacting the authorities and give me enough time to get out of town.
However, while the video might seem like a clear confession, Trevor could still try to use it to his advantage. In the footage, he talks about his plans to flee the country and leave Alisa behind. Facing charges of attempted first-degree murder, Trevor tries to...
Buddy snitched on himself, chat. We have the fucking dumbest criminal of all time. Dolphin of the day to you. Dolphin of the day to this nigga. Yeah, dolphin of the day to your dumbass. Holy shit. And you took this video on her phone. Holy shit.
Use the video as proof that he never intended to kill his ex-wife, as he always planned to let her go. He also claims that Alisa forced him to record himself, so the jury shouldn't take what he says in it as the truth. But in another video, he addresses their children directly, revealing more about his plans.
I've spent a lot of time with Mom the last few hours. The things that she's told you about me being good at manipulation and control and lying is true.
Trevor confesses to the kids, not only about holding their mom against her will, but also about how he tricked them into helping him. By continuously painting their mom as the reason for their family issues and lying to police, he was able to manipulate everybody. While the jury is shown the videos in court, Trevor takes notes on what he said to himself, trying to think of ways he could still twist it in his favor.
Dumbass. And this is the part that sucks the most when you're representing yourself. You have to be the one to think of shit on the spot. You have nobody's help. It's just you and your thoughts, my nigga. Just you and your thoughts, brother. Daryl, do me a favor, bro. Daryl, do me a favor. Follow my Twitch. It's in the top left corner. We're live right now. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't, bro. Top right corner. We live on Twitch right now. Follow my Twitch.
But the evidence is piling up. After police found Trevor and Alisa, they took Trevor to the hospital to get stitches for his self-inflicted wounds.
Excuse me.
While he was at the hospital, detectives recorded an interview with him.
Daryl, appreciate it.
The interview is also played in court, where Trevor practically confesses to everything, even events from before that night.
I'd actually had a machete in my bedroom, so I threatened her with it.
However, in the interview, he also downplays what happened. He admits to nearly suffocating his ex-wife, but he still refuses to take accountability,
T3.
instead portraying it as a joke.
I can end this right now, and just grab the pillow and took her over to this. I was just, pretending like I could suffocate her.
Feeling the pressure after Alisa's cross-examination and the recorded evidence being
It's
played,
raps.
Trevor argues that he was possibly coerced
Trevor
into
is
confessing
raps.
during the interview. He says he was vulnerable because he was getting stitches for the self-inflicted injury, and he wasn't in the right state of mind to be questioned. And throughout the trial, Trevor maintains that he didn't kidnap Alisa.
It's raps, fuck nigga. Hey, chat. This nigga right here, the nigga in this nigga named T3 in the chat, this is dad. This is Pops right
In
here.
his mind, everything was consensual. He again points out that there weren't any signs of a struggle in the house, trying to cast doubt on the reliability of Alisa's testimony wherever he could.
That is
But
crazy.
after 5 hours of deliberation, the jury makes their decision.
And it was just guilty. All the way across. All 11 charges. Guilty.
Dickhead.
Finally, Trevor can't control...
You was better off, nigga. You was better off having a, You was better off getting a free lawyer, gang. A free lawyer, a homeless nigga off the street to represent you.
the story anymore,
Word.
and his ex-wife and kids can breathe a sigh of relief.
Right.
At the sentencing, Alisa gives a statement showing how much this has impacted her life over the past 5 years.
I wanted to roll in a ball and give up, but I couldn't give
Tristan
up.
was good.
I had 5 traumatized children that needed me to be the strong one. I was able to sit in front of an all-male jury, knowing that real men would never tolerate you.
Alisa's daughter Arden also speaks about the guilt she felt for going along with her father's plan, not knowing his true motives or how much he was manipulating
Buddy's
her.
Trevor, my
For
pops.
5.5 years, I have struggled with what happened to my family, especially for the part I have in it. I am 20 now, and while I have grown and overcome most of my demons, I still crave the closure I can lead. The closure that 14-year-old needs. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was a child when he broke all my trust, my hopes, and my dreams. Now I stand here today, stronger than I was before, ready for this sickening chapter to end.
Then, the judge takes a moment to speak to Arden.
Yo, Judge, what you gotta say?
She had to go through what no child should ever have to face.
This is T3.
Her own father, the man she trusted the most, tricked her into thinking that
this
he was
is
going
T3
to help
Pops.
get their family
Hold on,
back
chat.
together.
To Arden.
This T3 Pops, chat.
You should not feel guilty for anything that you did in this case. I assure you of that.
Arden starts to break down, tearing up as the judge speaks to her. Even though he tells her not to blame herself, she still deals with the impact of what happened. But hearing those words helps her move on after years of suffering. Trevor Summers is given 3 life sentences, plus 224 years in prison.
The testimony and evidence that I heard clearly make you a monster in every stretch of the imagination. Mr. Trevor Summers will spend the rest of his life in Florida State Prison.
Oh
For years leading up to the attack, Trevor took advantage of his own kids' trust, and he was even able to convince police and judges that he wasn't a danger. But
W
now,
for
with
sure.
him behind bars for the rest of his life, his family can start putting the pieces back together.
Nigga, Toxic
Alisa
Buzz
has
said
never
free
blamed
him.
her children for what happened, and she is closer with them than ever.
My daughter is so sweet. Anyone that has met her knows she was used by a dangerous man. It is not her fault.
Alisa hopes to help protect others.
Nah, facts. I'm not gonna lie. She just trusted her dad, gang. She trusted her dad. I ain't gonna lie. Nobody finna think they dad is finna do this to their ma Dukes, though.
Kids from similar experiences, and Arden
Nigga
looks up to
talking
her
about
mom
free
as her
him.
role
Nigga,
model
keep him.
for all her
Fuck.
courage and strength. Alisa also remarried, and now she and her children finally have the happy family they've been hoping for.
I think Alisa knows as long as I'm around her, she's safe and
Nah, this
I
nigga's
will protect
ugly
her.
as shit. Oh my god. Bro, gang, you're so
Married,
ugly.
and
I'm
now
sorry.
she and her children finally have the happy family they've been hoping for.
I think
Cuzzo. God. Oh my god, bro. Fries.
Lisa knows as long as I'm around her, she's safe and
Cuz.
I will protect her and the kids with my life.
Today, Alisa works to help others who are going through domestic abuse. She's writing a book, and she speaks to others to share her story and give them the courage to speak up. She also talks about the importance of domestic violence shelters and Marcy's Law, which protects and expands the rights of crime victims. Alisa was isolated,
She
and
got a
even when
type-
she went to police, they couldn't help her until the unthinkable happened. But she survived and took down her captor when he represented himself in court. And now, she won't let him hurt her or her family ever again.
My focus when that sentence came over were the kids, and my focus was moving forward with them. We've already come so far. We have the life more than I've ever.
W, bro. W family. W new family, though. But YouTube, man, if you like this video, do me a favor, smash that like button, sub up, follow my Twitch. We go live every day. Grrr, pow. I'm getting sick in this.